Hello, Jennifer, and welcome to our studio here.
Hi.
Yeah, fantastic. Introbiz, Swansea and West Wales Zoom studio. How have you been doing?
I'm good. Yeah, really well, thank you.
Yeah, so my love, for the viewers who don't know, this is Jennifer Barnfield-Lee, and she runs two businesses which complement each other, which is the Pepp method and the positive pupils. Jen, tell us about you and what you do.
So yeah, oh my gosh, where do I start? Business-wise, yes, so it all comes under one umbrella called the Pepp method.
Fabulous.
And that is helping people to find their version of positivity. So it's all about helping people to find what makes them tick. Everyone's different, it's not a one method fits all. It's a one method that actually helps an individual with their own individual version on life.
Yes, and the thing now is, Jennifer, people might be watching who don't know you, who will think, what does that young lady know about telling people about being positive and finding their thing in life? So tell us why it is that you are qualified to talk about being positive despite the odds.
Oh my gosh. So that tracks back to a lifetime of experience,
yes,
which covers being homeless, domestic violence. It covers being a teenage mum to my son, and lots of adversity that went along with everything. Yes. But then, having gone through all of those things, I found my way back into what has always been a lifelong passion of ice skating.
Yes.
And this was something that I started when I was 3 years old. And I went back into ice skating because it's that area that gives me that sense of freedom. It's like breathing to me, put a pair of skates on, get on the ice. And it's like, birds on the wind. And through that, I went back into competing. So I gave myself 2 years at the time. It wasn't a goal, if in 2 years and I'll quit. It was just it was 2 years that it took me to go from being a mum and getting my head back in the game and understanding the mindset and the thought processes and the words and the actions that are needed to actually be able to go back into a competitive arena.
And of course you did. Level. And you did do that, didn't you? And you did actually reach the heady heights of being, were you international silver?
Yeah, so I was international silver medalist, and when I went back into competing, I achieved the British, Scottish, Welsh ice dance champion.
Fantastic.
I was twice British adult champion as well, and twice Welsh champion. And it was just being able to put my mind in that place and understand how to help people with regards to that. And actually, it's a huge thing to develop that as a sports person, but to be able to bring that mindset and help people understand how it works, not only in sports, because that doesn't cover everybody, but actually in life, in school, in childhood, throughout a whole different type of diverse situations.
And what you've done as well is that, so you've formed a business that actually has clients that span that. So tell us about the different clients that you serve at the moment.
Oh my gosh. So I have worked with a whole variety of people. I've worked with corporate environments and I've worked with entrepreneurs. I don't specify male or female or an age group because I'm the person that genuinely believes that everybody is entitled to access the ability to understand how to think positively. And it's not just surface level, woo-woo stuff, as people like to call it. It's understanding the intricacies, it's understanding the science, the chemical reactions that happen in your brain, Some people need to understand that. Some people are not bothered by it, so they don't need to understand it. But that's then led me to be a business mentor for Business Wales, to coach people who need confidence, who need mindset training in their businesses. It's the behind the scenes where they are putting out an amazing front, but actually behind the scenes, they feel like they're drowning because they don't have that confidence, they don't have that self-talk, they don't have that understanding of actually where to position their mindset.
So thinking about mindset now, let's sorry to interrupt you, Jennifer, because I know I'm going to have you on a longer podcast, but I'm mindful that we have to keep this to a short time, this particular piece. But so I don't want you to run out of time and not tell the key things like about your affirmation cards, one of the tools that you use. Tell us about it.
The affirmation cards, oh my gosh. So you can see them behind me if you're watching, and they help children to develop that positive language. They help to instill that communication. So whether it's verbal or non-verbal communication, it's about instilling how to use the language. And that's what we do with children when we bring them up. You know, if you teach them or if you have them yourself, it's about the communication. It's what we say to them, how we act, how we speak, what we think about,
and how we programs the mind.
So the affirmation cards are not necessarily something you'd give to a child unless they were really into it, but actually it gives them a guidance to develop the language. Because if we create a mountain of positivity, of language, of how to speak about ourselves in a positive way and get rid of that negative talk, it actually gives children the power to understand, oh my gosh, I felt amazing when somebody said that to me. But then they know how they can help somebody else feel like that. They know how they can empower their friends or, you know, their brothers or siblings, you know, the people that they live with. And it actually creates a whole, you know, outlook of communication.
Yes, and a culture, doesn't it? But then the other thing that takes me to the next question, because now you're talking about children and how you affirm them and build into them these core values and mindsets. Now, during the pandemic, the parents have such a responsibility to do that because of the homeschooling. You know, you're a parent yourself, so you are homeschooling as well. So just talk to us about, since the lockdown, how has your business, to use the word, pivoted, or how have you actually experienced, you know, this whole new lockdown culture as it relates to the services that you provide, Jennifer?
So during lockdown, a lot has changed, and the focus area that I have been honing in on is working with parents and families and helping them to develop those dynamics. You know, a lot of adults who either have children that live with them, or they're blended families, or they're, you know, they are maybe grandparents or carers. They've not only got the situation of maybe being furloughed, or maybe they've lost their jobs, or the businesses, if they're self-employed, or, you know, limited companies have changed, or they might even be key workers where schools have closed, so the school hours are changing, so the children are still going into school, but school isn't what they've been used to. So if change was ever, you know, more poignant time, it's right now. So working and helping these parents to understand what they can do to empower their families to work with what's going and not feel like it's a roller coaster. I'm a big believer that it's not about the resilience, it's about confidence. Resilience is about the bounce back. But if you have the confidence to understand it's okay to ask the question to find out where the answers are, if you have the confidence in understanding how to best communicate with somebody, if you have the confidence in understanding that actually there are people out there that will guide you, you don't need to look at resilience and bouncing back and all of that kind of stuff, because it's not necessary. It's more dangerous and it's more toxic to try and create resilience than it is to create confidence. And that is everything that I'm about. Life is crazy as it is, you know, never mind the pandemic and change and job loss and schools. It's important that confidence is created.
So is it fair, Jennifer, to say that your business is going to be different coming out of the pandemic?
I think the business will have a really strong focus in actually what is delivered at the end result, because initially the end result could change depending on what people were looking for. But what the pandemic and what this lockdown has given me is understanding actually this is a direction that I'm good at, this is a direction I can get people to, and this is a direction that I totally can create that focus. So whilst people might come to me and say, well, you know, I want balance, I want this, I want that, I can say, well, look, actually what you'll get is that, but this is what you'll create, and this is where your longevity and being able to move through life is going to be. It's not just a one-stop fix shop. It's a create a lifelong ability in thought and communication.
That's so important. Now, how do you find networking has impacted on your business, and in particular, networking within our region?
So networking was always something that I've done. I love networking. I'm a very, face-to-face person. But what I've noticed is actually since lockdown, I've been able to access so much more, so many more networks, so many more meetings, more people, more connections, purely because it's online and you don't have that half-hour travel there or 10 minutes of traveling. Or you don't have the pre-drinks and the chatting after and let's go for a drink and a coffee or a lunch. It is what it is, and I found it so much more productive.
Exactly. Yes, I do agree. Go on.
Yeah, it is. It's just having that productivity, isn't it? In being able to connect with almost like, as many people as you can in a short period as is necessary.
Have you found that you've overworked? Have you found that you actually overwork yourself? Have you found that?
No, I will only do a certain amount a day. I won't book myself up because I will run myself into the ground. And it's practicing what I preach. I have a family. I have 2 children. I have a husband. We are all at home. My daughter is not going to be going back to school on the 29th as per the Welsh Government's guidelines because their school have decided, actually, you're not going to get anything from us. You're better off staying at home. So I've got all these diverse and dynamic things that we're working with. So the best way for me to do it is to practice what I preach. If I fill my day up with networking, with meetings, with online stuff, where's my attention with my family? I will then be able to expect frustration, anger, shouting, irritation, annoyance, because I'm not there.
Which is totally anathema to what you are about. So that would just be totally, it just wouldn't work.
Business might have slowed down because we are not having the trainings, the workshops. I'm not doing the public speaking that I've always done. But actually what I've found is that I have a really, really good balance at home. We all have our moments, but actually my kids are happy, they're confident, they are, totally on the ball with what is going on. And if anything, they are so much more driven now because they see me allocating time to work. I expect them to allocate time to work, to read, to do something, And because we have that expectation, we then have that massive ability to put a gap in and say, do you know what, we're going to go for a 2-hour dog walk in the middle of the day. We're going to go and take that family's time out. And actually, if anything, it's brought us, our family, together because the dynamics that we've allowed to create.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much, Jennifer. I'm mindful that we need to keep it within the timeline so we can get you on all the platforms. And Instagram has come up with this new 10-minute thing. We could talk forever about this. So we're going to be doing the extended version interview with you as a podcast. But viewers, if you would like to know more about what Jennifer does, Jennifer, tell us where they can find you.
Oh my gosh, everywhere.
Yes.
Don't Google Julia Roberts because you'll actually get her. You won't get me, even though I look like her. But you can find me on Facebook if you look for me under my name, Jennifer Barnfield, or if you look for me under Pepp Method or Pepp Talks, you will find me. Instagram and Twitter, you'll find me on Positive Pupils, but again, it will draw up. If you find me on one platform, you will be able to link with me across the relevant platform with you guys. And I'm always available via email, which is jennifer@thepeppmethod.com. So there's more than one way that you can get in touch with me, whatever suits you guys.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Jennifer, and thank you guys for watching. Please, if you enjoy what Jennifer's told you, please like, share, spread the word. She's an incredible member of Introbiz Swansea and West Wales, and we are so proud to have her. Thanks again, Jennifer, and let's speak soon. Bye-bye.
Take care now.
Yes. Bye-bye.
Bye.